In the darkest corner of the galaxy, far away from Earth, there was a dying world. A world ruled by a powerful alien race called the Xylari. For thousands of years, they had conquered planets, ruled stars, and feared nothing. But now, their empire was falling, not because of war, not because of enemies, but because their children had stopped being born. For over 400 years, no new Xylari child had come into the world. No queen could carry life anymore. Their wombs were empty. Their cities grew quiet. Their future was disappearing, and sitting on the golden throne of that dying empire was Queen Zaralina, the youngest, most intelligent queen the Xylari had seen in centuries. But she had one curse. She could not give birth. Her husband, King Zarthal, was older than most stars. His body was weak, but his pride was stronger than ever. He ruled with control and fear. He told Zaralina to accept fate, but she couldn't. She wanted more. She didn't want power. She wanted hope. She wanted to save her people. Even if it meant breaking the king's command. One cold night, Zaralina stood on her private balcony looking at the stars. Her silver skin shimmered under the twin moons. Her long eyes, full of secrets, stared at a small blinking light in the distance. It was Earth. A strange planet with life that evolved in chaos, fire, and pain. The Xylari had once visited Earth long ago, but left it untouched. To them, humans were too wild, too emotional, too primitive. But now, Zaralina's data scans showed something strange. Human DNA still carried a spark of life her species had lost, a rare match. A possible answer, her AI whispered, Your Majesty. There is a 0.3% chance that human DNA can restore reproductive function. The king had forbidden all research on humans. He believed the Xylari were gods compared to Earthlings, but Zaralina didn't care. She made her choice. Late that night, she walked into the royal hangar. The guards were asleep. Her personal AI ship, Whisperfang, waited silently. She wore her royal cloak one last time, then removed it, revealing a light travel suit. As she stepped into the ship, she looked back once. She wasn't running from duty. She was running toward a chance. The ship launched into hyperspace. No alarms. No goodbye. No sound. Zaralina had abandoned her king. Inside the ship, she watched video feeds of Earth, cities full of chaos and laughter. Wars and weddings, children playing, people fighting to survive. So different from her cold, silent world, one man caught her eye. Not a warrior, not a leader, just a simple human. He worked in a junkyard. He fixed old machines. He smiled when he spoke to animals. His name was Alex Monroe. The AI scanned his body. High emotional intelligence, unusual DNA resilience. Possibility, 73% compatibility with Xylari genome. Zaralina stared at his face. Something about him was different. Something felt familiar. She didn't understand why. But her heart, something she hadn't listened to in years, whispered, Find him. Back in the Xylari palace, King Zarthal woke alone. His wife was gone. No note, no trace. Just silence. His advisors searched the systems. His spies activated ancient sensors. The king sat on his throne, eyes burning with rage. He had been betrayed. He swore to the stars, wherever she runs, will find her. And the one she chooses, will die. Meanwhile, Zaralina's ship entered Earth's orbit. She activated her disguise system, transforming her appearance into a human woman. Her tall figure shrunk. Her skin turned soft and brown. Her alien eyes became gentle and curious. She was ready. Not as a queen, not as a warrior, but as a seeker of life, a seeker of a future, and perhaps of love. In the final shot, we see her walking through a dusty junkyard, surrounded by piles of metal and broken machines, and standing there with a wrench in his hand and oil on his shirt is Alex Monroe. He looks up. Their eyes meet, and in that single moment, the future of two worlds begins to change. The sun rose slowly over the quiet town of Rustvale, a forgotten corner of Earth where broken machines came to die. Old cars, smashed robots, and strange alien scrap lay buried in dirt and dust. No one cared about this place. Except one man, Alex Monroe. He was not a hero, not a scientist. Just a mechanic with oil-stained hands and a quiet mind. He had no family, no fame, and no future. But he had one habit. He collected strange things. That didn't belong. Pieces of fallen satellites. Burnt circuits with symbols no one understood. Sometimes even alien tech left behind from old wars. He never knew why. But something in him felt drawn to these forgotten parts. He thought it was just curiosity. He was wrong on this day. Something new appeared as he walked through the junkyard with his coffee in one hand and a spanner in the other. He saw it, a small metallic orb half buried under scrap metal. It hummed softly. Faint blue lights pulsed across its surface. He frowned. You weren't here yesterday. He picked it up. It felt warm, alive. Suddenly the orb opened like an eye. A soft blue light scanned his face, then blinked twice. And powered down. Alex stared at it. Weird. He didn't know it, but he had just activated a Xylari scout drone. It had been watching him for days. It had chosen him. And now she was coming, high above the earth, hidden behind the clouds. Queen Zaralina watched the scene from her ship. Her AI reported. Drone activated. Target. Alex Monroe, initial scan complete. DNA anomaly confirmed. Zaralina leaned forward, eyes sharp. Show me. The screen zoomed into Alex's face, rough beard. Tired eyes, human, completely ordinary, except he wasn't. Her AI whispered again. This man carries rare gene markers. Emotional resistance, cellular memory, rapid healing, 98.7% compatibility with Xylari reproductive structure. Zaralina froze. Her race had searched for centuries. They had studied hundreds of species. None came close to this level of match. Until now, a human mechanic might hold the key to saving her entire species, but she had to be sure. She couldn't risk failure. Not again. That night, a storm rolled over Rustvale. Thunder cracked the sky. Rain hit metal like tiny hammers. Alex sat in his workshop, studying. The orb, he had connected it to a power source, but it refused to open again. It just sat there, silent. Suddenly a soft knock on the door. He opened it. And there she stood, a woman, tall, graceful, and unlike anyone he'd ever seen. Her eyes were deep, almost glowing. Her voice calm, musical. Sorry, she said, my car broke down. I saw the light. May I come in? Alex blinked. Yeah, sure. It's dangerous in this weather. She stepped inside, looking around at the strange machines, the organized chaos. This place is beautiful, she said. Most people call it trash, Alex replied, scratching his head. She smiled. He asked her name. She paused, then said, Zara. He didn't know it was short for Zaralina, the last queen of the Xylari Empire. They talked for hours. About machines. About stars, about loneliness. Zara asked strange questions. Why do humans keep fighting wars? Why do you build things that break? Why do you keep pets? Alex answered the best he could. We fight because we're scared. We build because we hope, and we keep pets because sometimes love is simple. Zara didn't speak for a moment. Then she whispered, Your kind is strange. But strong, Alex laughed. Strong? I fix toasters for a living, but inside something stirred in her, something dangerous. Something soft. She couldn't forget her mission. But she didn't expect this feeling. Was it trust? Or was it something deeper? Later, while Alex slept, Zara moved silently. She walked to the scanner drone. She pressed her finger to the surface. A hidden panel opened. The drone glowed blue and scanned Alex again, now with full power. Zara whispered, Show me everything. The scan completed. The results were impossible. Not only was Alex compatible, his DNA contained Xylari sequences, ancient ones, hidden deep inside. She gasped. He's not just compatible, he's connected. Suddenly, a loud beep, the ship's alarm, a distant satellite, one of the king's ancient eyes, had detected her location. And sent a signal. Back home. Her heart dropped. If the king found her here, he would destroy everything she had. To act fast. At sunrise, Alex woke to find Zara gone. The drone was missing too. He felt confused and strangely sad, but outside on a table was a note in soft handwriting. It read, "You are more than you think, Alex Monroe. The stars are watching. I will return." He looked up at the sky, somewhere above. Something had started, something he didn't understand yet. For 3 days, Alex Monroe searched for her. The woman named Zara had walked into his life like lightning and vanished like smoke. She left behind only a note. And more questions than answers. Who was she? Why did she know so much about him? And how did she make him feel like he wasn't just a junkyard man? Alex had seen war. He had seen machines burn, friends fall, and skies rain fire. But nothing prepared him for her eyes. They weren't just beautiful. They were ancient. Far above Earth, hidden inside the clouds. Queen Zaralina stood before a mirror. Her disguise system was ready. She stared at her own reflection. Tall silver skin, violet eyes, regal shoulders. A queen feared by millions, loved by none. But now she had to become someone else. Not a queen, not an alien, not a ruler, just a woman. Her ship's AI asked, "Are you certain you wish to do this, Your Majesty?" She didn't answer right away. She was scared, not of battle, not of death. She was scared of the feeling she had when Alex spoke to her. She finally whispered, "Yes, I must know him. Not as a queen, but as something real." With a flick of her hand, the transformation began. Her alien features melted away, replaced by smooth human skin. Her tall frame shrank. Her royal glow faded. Her voice softened. Zaralina became Zara again, fully human in form, but not in mind, and this time she wasn't just watching. She was going back. Back in Rustvale, Alex sat at a small cafe, a place where no one asked questions, and the coffee always tasted slightly burned. He sat near the window, flipping through a notebook. Inside were sketches, machines, weapons, dreams. And one page with a rough drawing of Zara's face. He didn't even remember drawing it. "Are you waiting for someone?" A soft voice asked. He looked up. She stood there, human, smiling, familiar. His heart skipped. "Zara?" She nodded. Alex blinked twice. "Where did you go?" She sat down. "I had to be sure of something. I didn't mean to scare you." He studied her. "You look different." She smiled nervously. "New clothes." He laughed a little. But something deep inside him whispered, "She's not from here." They walked together through the junkyard again. The storm had passed. The sun peeked through broken clouds. Zara touched old machines gently, like she was reading their stories. Alex watched her closely. She wasn't acting like a tourist. She was moving like someone searching for something. He finally asked, "Zara, who are you really?" She stopped walking. The wind blew softly through her hair. Then she said something strange. "Do you believe life only exists on Earth?" Alex raised an eyebrow. "You mean aliens?" She nodded. He chuckled. "After everything I've seen, I believe in everything." She turned toward him, her eyes filled with a strange emotion. "Sorrow, hope, fear. I need to show you something," she said. Back at his workshop, she reached into her coat and pulled out the same metallic orb Alex had found days ago. Only now it was glowing. She placed it on the table. It hovered, spinning. Slowly. Alex stared. "How did you get that back?" Zara whispered. "It never left me." The orb opened again, but this time it didn't scan. It spoke. "Subject, Alex Monroe. Confirmed, hybrid compatible. Alert, genetic anomaly active." Alex stepped back. "What? Is that voice?" Zara sighed. The disguise on her hand flickered for a second, revealing glowing alien skin beneath. Alex's eyes widened. "Zara!" He said softly, "You're not human." "No," she replied, "I'm not." She pressed a button on her bracelet. Her disguise faded, not fully, just enough to show her alien form for a moment. Then she hid it again. "I didn't come to hurt you," she said quickly. "I came to find something that might save my people, and I think it's you." Alex didn't speak. Zara continued, "My race is dying. We cannot have children anymore. Something in your DNA, something ancient, matches us. You are not just human, Alex. Part of you is from the stars." Alex sat down, silent. He looked at his hands like he was seeing. Then for the first time, Zara moved closer. I don't want to use you. I want to understand. I want to know why you are the only one who can change everything. Suddenly, the orb flashed red. Incoming signal. Xylari ship approaching. Class, Royal Warcraft. Zara froze, her voice turned cold. It's him. Who? Alex asked. My husband, she said, trembling. The king. Alex stood up. Why is he coming? Zara looked at him with fear and anger. Because I left him. Because I chose hope. Because I chose you. Asterisk, the night was quiet again, but inside the small junkyard workshop. Silence felt dangerous. Alex Monroe stood frozen beside the glowing orb. Across from him, Zara, or Queen Zaralina, watched the red lights flashing on her scanner. She had told him everything, about her dying species, about her mission, about the Xylari king, her husband, who was now coming to Earth. Now, the worst part, the ship's AI had just confirmed it. A Royal Xylari warcraft was on its way. Alex took a deep breath. His hands were shaking. You're telling me I'm part alien? Zara nodded. Your DNA carries Xylari sequences, ancient ones. Long buried, but real. Alex sat down slowly. That doesn't make any sense. I was born here. My parents were farmers. Zara looked at the orb again. Her voice turned serious. 4,000 years ago, our explorers came to Earth. We were looking for something we had lost. Adaptability. Life energy. You humans had it? Alex frowned. So you experimented on people? She hesitated. Yes, we left behind code. Genes, something we hoped would evolve. We didn't expect anyone to survive it. Alex looked down at his hands. Guess someone did. Zara activated her portable scanner. It floated in front of Alex and began scanning his blood. Cells, memory patterns. Alex sat still, but inside he felt something strange. A pull, like something was waking up. The scanner beeped once, then again. Then it shut down. Zara stared in shock. No, that's not possible. Alex looked at her. What happened? She whispered. The test didn't fail. It overloaded. Your DNA doesn't just match, it outmatches Xylari genetics. What does that mean? The scanner powered. Back on by itself? Blue lights flashed rapidly. Subject, Alex Monroe status, active gene carrier warning, dormant functions awakening. Zara's face turned pale. Alex, you are not just part Xylari, you are something new. Outside, thunder cracked. Not from the sky, from space. High above, the Royal Xylari warcraft had entered Earth's orbit. It was massive, shaped like a dark silver wing, covered in glowing glyphs. Silent and deadly. Inside, King Zarthel stood like a mountain, his old body supported by cybernetic limbs. His eyes glowed like dying stars. One of his officers bowed. We have located her, my king. She is with the human. The king gritted his teeth. She abandoned me for a creature of dirt. He raised his hand. Prepare the purification beam. If I cannot have her, no one will. Back on Earth, Zara felt it, the presence of her old bondmate. He's close, she whispered. Too close. Alex looked at her. Can we fight him? Zara hesitated. I could fight him once, but he's not the same. His body is half machine now. And he will destroy this planet to get to me. Alex stood up. Then we don't give him what he wants. Zara stared at him. You'd help me? Even after everything? Alex gave a small smile. I'm not sure what I am anymore. But I know I'm not going to let you face him alone. Suddenly, the orb beeped again. A map appeared, a digital layout of Earth. It zoomed into the junkyard. And then into the ground below it. Alex frowned. That's under my workshop. Zara looked closer. There was something buried deep below, a chamber. A vault. The AI voice spoke again. Access. Restricted. Genetic key required. Alex Monroe. Alex blinked. Me? Zara nodded slowly. Whatever. It's been waiting for you. Without wasting time, they followed the scanner's guidance. Beneath the floor, behind an old locker, hidden under layers of metal, was a sealed door. It looked alien, yet familiar. Alex placed his hand on it. It glowed. And then it opened. Inside was a narrow stairway. Cold air rushed out. The walls were covered in symbols, both human and Xylari. They walked slowly, step by step, into the darkness. At the bottom, they found a chamber of light. In the center was a pod. A crystal pod, and inside it, a machine. But not just any machine. Zara gasped. This is hybrid tech. Human interface Xylari core, but this design is extinct. Even I've never seen this. Alex moved closer. The pod lit up, scanning him, then it spoke. Welcome back, Origin Blood. Humanity remembers you. Zara stepped back. It recognizes you. Alex touched the machine, and suddenly memories flooded his mind, not his own, visions of fire. Xylari? Scientists, humans crying out, a child being taken away. A message hidden in DNA, and a voice. One day you will awaken, and you will choose what kind of god you become. Alex stumbled back. I saw everything. Zara looked at him. What did you see? He looked into her eyes. I saw that this was never an accident. I was made, designed, left behind to become a bridge between species, Zara whispered. You are the hope we never had. High above, the king's ship powered up its weapon. Inside the chamber, the hybrid machine began to glow, as if it sensed the danger. Alex clenched his fists. His eyes shimmered faintly, the first sign of dormant Xylari energy waking inside him. He looked at Zara. No more running. The lab inside the junkyard was silent, but the air felt heavy, like something ancient was waking up. Alex Monroe stood in the middle of the room, staring at the strange alien device glowing on the table. It had scanned him again. Not once, but twice. Each time the results were wrong, not wrong like an error. Wrong like something impossible. Across the table, Zara, still in her human disguise, stared at the results on her portable scanner. Her hands were shaking. No, she whispered. This can't be right. Alex crossed his arms. Well, what does it say? Zara didn't answer. She ran the scan again. Blue light washed over Alex's face. The scanner beeped softly, then turned off. Again, same result. Zara stepped back. Her voice was quiet, like she didn't want the universe to hear her speak. Your DNA. It's not just compatible. It's Xylari optimized. Alex blinked. You're gonna have to explain that. Zara turned her scanner toward him. The screen showed a moving double helix, a perfect spiral, smoother than any human DNA she had ever seen. You were not just born with Xylari genes, she said slowly. Your cells react like they were built to connect with my species. Alex frowned. You mean I was designed? She nodded once. And not by nature. Zara sat down, visibly shaken. This wasn't part of her plan. She had expected a small chance, a mutation maybe. But not this. She reached into her pocket and pulled out a small black crystal. It pulsed softly with energy. This is a Xylari memory stone, she said. It holds information, memories from the past. Mostly for leaders or experiments. Alex raised an eyebrow. Wait, I'm an experiment? Zara looked at him, eyes serious. Thousands of years ago, Xylari scientists visited Earth. They didn't just observe. They tried to fix their own species by planting part of their code into humans. Alex looked at his hands. Why me? Zara held up the memory stone. Because your ancestors were chosen, and because your blood still remembers. She placed the crystal on the alien orb. It clicked into place. A soft light filled the room. Suddenly, a hologram appeared, not a picture, but a moving memory. They saw a Xylari lab, cold, silent, full of glowing machines. A human child was sleeping in a pod beside the pod. Two figures argued. One was Xylari. The other wore a suit with an Earth flag on the arm. Their voices were fuzzy, but the message was clear. He must be hidden. He's the only one that survived the full sequence. The council will kill him if they find out, then bury him in time. The memory faded. Zara stepped back, stunned. You were the only successful hybrid, she said. The others didn't make it. Alex sat down, overwhelmed. So I've been carrying this all my life? Zara nodded. Dormant, silent, until I got close to you. Then everything began to wake up. Suddenly, the orb glowed red. A voice spoke in a cold, robotic tone. Royal Xylari signal detected. Incoming warship. Time to arrival, 6 hours. Zara stood. He's coming, the king. Alex looked at her. Then we need to run. Zara shook her head. No, if we run, he'll destroy everything in his path. I've seen him wipe out planets for less. Alex's jaw clenched. Then we make a stand. Zara stared at him. You're just a human. Alex looked back, calm, certain. No, he said. Apparently I'm something else. The orb beeped. Again, this time it projected a map, not of Earth, but of the land beneath them. Lines, tunnels, and strange symbols showed a hidden structure. Directly under the junkyard, Zara's eyes widened. That's not human. Alex nodded slowly. I've always felt something down there, like a hum in the ground. The map zoomed into a sealed chamber marked with a symbol neither of them recognized, a fusion of Earth language and Xylari glyphs. The AI voice returned. Access requires hybrid blood. Alex touched the screen. The map pulsed. The ground. Below rumbled. Just once, Zara whispered. There's a vault under us, waiting for you. Moments later, Alex opened the old trapdoor behind the workshop. It had always been sealed, but now it slid open like it had been waiting. They walked down cold steps. Their footsteps echoing at the bottom, they reached. A door. It looked alive, glowing slightly, humming. Alex placed his hand on it. It scanned him, and then opened with a soft hiss. Inside was a dark chamber filled with soft blue light. Floating in the center was a weapon, or maybe a tool. Something ancient, sharp, and elegant. It reacted instantly to Alex's presence, pulsing with life. Zara gasped. That's not Xylari. That's something new. Alex reached toward it. The orb's voice returned one final time. Hybrid confirmed. System unlocked. Earth protocol activated. Above them, in orbit, the Xylari king stared at Earth. Prepare. The beam, he said. She thinks she can hide from me. But far below, something had awakened. Something he did not expect. Deep beneath the junkyard. In a chamber untouched for thousands of years, Alex Monroe stood in front of a strange object. It floated in the air. Shaped like a blade, but glowing like a star. Not metal, not plastic. Something older. Something living, and the moment he reached out, it pulsed with blue fire. The chamber recognized him. Behind him, Zara, the alien queen in human disguise, watched with wide eyes. She had seen weapons. She had seen war, but this was different. That's not just a weapon, she whispered. It's a memory. A warning. And a choice. Alex's hand touched the object. The room lit up like lightning. Symbols raced across the walls. Ancient scripts, both human and Xylari, moving as if alive. Suddenly, his mind was pulled into a storm. He saw visions, a battlefield. Humans wearing armor made from stars. Xylari scientists screaming as labs exploded. A boy sleeping in a pod. A voice whispering in the dark. When the old ones return, only the hybrid shall awaken Earth's fury. Alex gasped and stepped back. He was still in the chamber. The weapon floated calmly again, now glowing brighter than before. Zara moved toward him. What did you see? I saw. He paused. Us. Long ago, Earth wasn't just visited. It was part of something greater. A plan, a war. We were more advanced than we remember. Zara frowned. You mean humanity was stronger back then? Alex nodded slowly. Someone erased it all. The floating weapon spoke. Its voice was not robotic. It sounded human, male, tired. Alex. Monroe, you are Blood Key 17. You carry the forgotten code. This is the last Earth blade built for your hands. Designed to defend life, not conquer it. Alex stared at the weapon. How do I use it? You don't use it, the voice replied. You become it. Suddenly, the weapon flew into Alex's chest, not piercing, but merging. Light wrapped around him. Energy pulsed through his spine. In seconds, it reshaped his skin, armor forming. Over his chest, arms, legs. It was light, flexible, yet stronger than steel. Zara stepped back, stunned. Your body. It's changing, Alex looked down at himself. His eyes were glowing faintly. He felt stronger, clearer, like static had left his brain. He whispered, "I remember things I never learned." Zara said, "Your mind is unlocking ancient code. You're becoming who you were always meant to be." Suddenly, the chamber shook. Alarms echoed through the orb on Zara's wrist. Xylari Warcraft has entered Earth's lower orbit. Hostile actions detected. Zara's voice turned sharp. "He's here." Alex looked up. "The king," she nodded, "and he won't talk. He'll burn the planet to erase me. And now, you?" Alex clenched his fists. "Then let's not give him the chance." Outside, above the clouds, the sky tore open as the Xylari warship appeared. It hovered like a dark moon, huge, silent, waiting. Inside the command chamber, King Zarthal stood like a statue. His body was old but covered in armor made from extinct star minerals. His arms had been replaced with machines. His voice echoed like thunder. "Begin Earth cleansing. Eliminate the hybrid." Behind him, his generals looked nervous. "Sir?" "Energy spikes detected in the northern hemisphere, a weapon signature we don't recognize." Zarthol narrowed his eyes. "She found it." Back on the ground, Alex and Zara emerged from the underground chamber. The junkyard was shaking. Dust rained from the sky. Alex looked up. "They're locking onto us." Zara nodded. "We need to move, fast." But before they could run, a Xylari drop pod crashed near them. It exploded, and from the smoke, Xylari soldiers appeared, tall, armored, and armed with plasma rifles. One pointed at Alex. "By royal command, you are to be taken or terminated." Alex didn't wait. Instinct kicked in. He raised his hand, and the armor responded. Energy formed around his palm, then launched forward like a wave. Boom. 3 soldiers flew backward into scrap piles. Zara looked at him in awe. "You've never trained. How did you do that?" Alex breathed hard. "I didn't think, I just reacted," she smiled. "Then don't stop." More soldiers came. They moved fast, but Alex was faster. His body moved like it had done this before, like it had trained in another lifetime. Zara fought beside him, using small drones and energy blades hidden in her suit. The battlefield was chaos, smoke, light, sparks flying. Machines exploded. Metal screamed, but the two of them moved as one, man and queen, hybrid and survivor. Finally, after minutes of fighting, the last Xylari soldier fell. Alex stood in the center, armor glowing, breathing heavy but calm. Zara touched his shoulder. "You're not human anymore," she said softly. Alex looked at the bodies around them. "Maybe not fully." Then he looked at the sky. "But I still protect what's mine." Far above, inside the Xylari ship, the king watched the battlefield. He saw Alex. He saw the earth blade. And for the first time in 1,000 years, he looked afraid. "Prepare my personal descent pod," he growled. "I will face the hybrid myself." The battlefield was quiet now. Broken metal, scorched earth, and the remains of Xylari machines filled the junkyard. Smoke curled in the wind. No birds. No voices. Alex Monroe stood in the center, his body covered in glowing armor. His breath was steady. His hands were shaking. He had never been trained. He had never asked for this. But he was ready, high above the clouds. A dark streak fell toward Earth like a dying star. The Xylari king was coming. Inside the falling pod, Zarthal prepared for war. He was once a ruler of light and law. Now he was a shadow of power. Kept alive by machines, fueled by hatred, driven by pride. His eyes glowed with ancient fire. His voice crackled like broken stone. "She left me for a human. She will watch him die. Then she will join him." The pod hit the ground. Like thunder, dust flew. Steel cracked. The earth trembled from the smoke. The king stepped out. Tall, heavy, wrapped in black armor older than most stars. His presence made the air feel colder. Zara, once queen of the Xylari Empire, stood beside Alex. Her disguise flickered away. No more hiding. Her silver skin shimmered. Her eyes burned with courage. She didn't speak. She didn't need to. Alex looked at her once, nodded, then turned to face the king. The king's voice echoed across the battlefield. "You are not worthy of her. You are a mistake. You were never meant to exist." Alex didn't flinch. "You're right," he said. I wasn't meant to exist. I was meant to survive. And then he charged. The ground exploded under their feet as the two forces met. Human hybrid versus alien king, old blood. Against new destiny, Zarthul swung with strength that crushed mountains. His blade left burning trails in the air. His armor bent the light around him, but Alex was faster, lighter, smarter. He moved like water, flowed like wind, and struck like lightning. His earth blade shimmered with memories, each swing a story. Each block a forgotten truth. Zara watched from the edge, her hands glowing, ready to jump in. But she knew this was his fight, not just for her, not just for Earth, but for the future neither species could imagine. The battle raged across the junkyard ruins. The king roared and slammed Alex to the ground. His blade rose high for the final strike. You are nothing, he shouted. Alex caught the blade with both hands. No, he whispered. I'm everything you feared. His armor flared. A wave of pure energy surged out. The king stumbled back, roaring in pain. Then Alex rose, blade glowing white. I'm not just human. I'm not just Xylari. I'm both. I'm the child of two worlds. With one final strike, Alex drove his blade forward, not into the king's heart, but into the power core on his chest. The king froze. His armor cracked. His breath slowed. He looked at Alex, and for the first time, he looked tired. I only wanted to save our kind. Alex stepped back. You chose fear. I chose hope. And with that, the king fell. His armor turned to ash. His machines powered down. His reign ended. Zara ran to Alex, her eyes wide with emotion. He fell to his knees, exhausted. She held his face in her hands. You did it, she whispered. No, he said, barely smiling. We did. Days passed. The sky cleared. The wreckage was cleaned. Earth was safe again, but something new had started. Zara stood near the old chamber beneath the junkyard. She placed her hand on her stomach. The scanner beeped softly. She looked at Alex and smiled. It's real, she said. A new life. Our child. Alex stepped forward, placing his hand over hers. A heartbeat echoed between them. Fast, alive, the first of its kind. They called her Lyra. She was born under Earth's sun. Silver eyes, warm skin, a child of two worlds, not pure human. Not pure. Xylari, something new. Something better, the first of a new future, one not built on war, but on connection. In the distance, other Xylari ships arrived, not for battle, but for peace. They had received Zara's message. They saw the king had fallen. They saw the child born from hope. And they knew the time for empires had ended. It was time for unity. Alex stood on a hill, holding his daughter in his arms. Zara stood beside him, her hand in his. Behind them, Earth glowed. Above them, stars watched quietly. And for the first time in 1,000 years, humanity didn't just survive. It led the way.